To a brand new episode of Not Aspirational. I'm your host, Hannah Aaron Brown. How's it going? We are a week out from Christmas Eve, if you can believe it. And I don't know about y'all, but what I'm really excited about is those days between Christmas and New Year's when it just feels like one long Sunday and we're all going to trauma bond over Stranger Things and we're all going to collectively turn into a couch. There's that one tweet that's like, there's nothing to do during those days, just turn into a couch. And that always stays with me. Every year I'm like, that tweet goes around, it makes the rounds on social media and I'm like, I will turn into a couch. And there's so much I haven't watched yet either. Like that new Claire Danes show. There's like a lot of like thrillers that I haven't watched. So I just want to binge watch TV, sit on my fanny. But also, I find that I do well. This is going to sound like a random tangent, which it kind of is, but I can't fully sit on my fanny because I have this weird thing where like I'm determined to get an average of 10,000 steps a day this year. I don't know if this is mentally well. It's probably not. So just like, I'm sorry. But I did this last year. I did it this year. I procrastinated my steps until the end of the year. And so now I have to like overcompensate this month to try and get to 10,000. So like I'm going to try and turn into a couch, but within reason. Like I'm still going to have to hit 12,000 steps every day for the rest of the year, which is not the vibe. But I do well with a goal. I do well with a day on the calendar where it's like, this is what I'm working towards. So I'm like, today until December 31st, we're going full throttle with the steps. Anyways, how is everyone doing? I can't believe how close we are to the holidays. I can't believe how close we are to 2026. I did have someone DM me and ask, are you going to still be doing content over the holidays? And the answer is yes. Although I do feel as though spiritually I could use a break. I want to be with you when you are in those holiday trenches. And I hope that you're not. Like I hope I'm in your ears while you're having like a glorious like walk on Christmas or New Year's Eve or whenever. But if you're not, if you're like, God, I need an escape, I hope to bring some giggles. I hope to bring some levity. And I'm honored to be in your ears today and always. So yes, there will be a new episode next week and the week after. And they're going to be they're going to be kind of surprising. I'm going to throw a couple end of year curveballs, give you a couple end of year gifts, if you will. And I hope you enjoy them. A couple other housekeeping things. I guested on friend of the pod, Mandy Slutzker's podcast, Is This Real Life, to talk all things Bravo. And I also guested on Two Judgy Girls to talk all things Bravo. I love those girls, Courtney and Mary and Mandy. They're all amazing. So please check out those episodes. I had a really great time with all of them. And then also, if this is like, I'm giving you a long lead time for my LA people or people who don't live in LA, if you just happen to be in LA, I am going to be participating in a reading of a scripted comedy pilot that I was cast in called Rock Blocked. It is so funny. I'm so excited to be in it. It's an ensemble-based piece. I play one of three Jewish sisters fighting over their grandma's ring. And it is going to be at the end of February 27th. So if that sounds of interest to you, I have dropped the invite in the show notes. Snag your spot, RSVP. I would love to see you there. It's going to be really fun. And also, it's not just a reading. Like, there's going to be food and drinks and cool vendors and activities to do. So it's going to be a really fun night, and I would love to see you there. Now, today's episode is about my favorite Christmas movies. But before we get into that, I did want to just talk about one quick thing. If you are feeling that sense of dread going into Christmas, mainly, I'm going to specifically talk about if you're spending Christmas alone, just know that I have done it before and there's a way to do it that feels special. You might get little pangs of loneliness and sadness, but my biggest piece of advice is if you're going into the holiday season, you're feeling a little lonely, you might have to spend it by yourself or at least by yourself for part of the day. Romanticize it as much as you can. And I know I'm sort of always on my soapbox about romanticizing your life, but truly, like, on a day like Christmas that feels like it's supposed to be so special, I think it's easy to feel like, well, how could it be special if I'm not with my family, or I don't have like a parent's home to go home to, whatever that looks like for you. But I spent a Christmas once in LA by myself. And I was really anxious going into it. I was really sad. Jake and I had already met, but he had to go home for Christmas. And then my roommate ended up leaving town with her boyfriend. And I didn't really have anyone to hang out with. I had a couple of friends over in the morning for breakfast, but in the evening, I had no one to hang out with, nothing to do. And I took myself to dinner. I like looked up like Christmassy pubs in LA, and I took myself to dinner, and I got like the roast duck, and I brought a book, and I wore like a cute Christmassy outfit. I think I wore like silky pajama pants. Yes, I wore silky pajama pants, and then like a red waffle shirt with my red faux fur jacket. And then I took myself to see Little Women at the movie theater, and I got a big ass movie theater wine, obviously. And I ended up having a great time, and it was kind of like a dreamy main character moment with myself. So if you're spending the holidays alone, I completely understand if you're feeling sad, but also try to lean into the peace of being alone and making it whatever day you want it to be. Color and eat and watch Christmas movies all day. Get all the ingredients to make your favorite meal, or get your favorite takeout meal. Wear pajamas, but in a chic way. And marathon all your favorite Christmas TV episodes or movies. Like, I like to give myself, on days where I know I'm going to be sad, I like to give myself enough structure or like fun projects that I feel like I did something, even if I was alone. And then also, if you work in the service industry during the holidays and you don't get the holidays off, just know I am thinking of you. My heart is with you. I worked in restaurants for 10 years. So even though I never worked at a restaurant that was open on Christmas, I pretty much always worked like some iteration of Christmas Eve or day after Christmas or Thanksgiving Eve or New Year's Eve / New Year's Day. Like, I've done it all. So my advice there would be, first of all, just remember you are allowed to have fun too. I remember when I worked in restaurants, it kind of did a number on my mental health because I was like, I feel like my job is to just watch other people have fun. And then I would either get off work and like try and overcompensate by like blowing everything I had just made at the bar to like be like, no, it's my turn to have fun. Or I would just be like resentful of watching people have fun, being like, wow, I'm like, everyone's like bitch for a living and I don't ever get to be the special person having fun. Maybe that's just my mental illness. But if you're working in service during the holidays, remember that you're allowed to have fun too. Plan out little moments of joy for yourself, little treats, or a get together with a group of friends like after the holidays. Like, that's what I used to do with New Year's Eve, especially. I invented a holiday called Redo Years where I would pretend that it was New Year's Eve like 2 weeks after New Year's Eve when our serving jobs were slow and we could all get off like on a Monday night together. So I would give yourself something to look forward to, whether it's like a donut on your way to work or a dinner with all your service industry friends. Like, after the holidays when things slow down, just give yourself opportunities to have fun, pockets of fun, so that it can be your holiday season too. And just remember that just because it doesn't look like everybody else's doesn't mean that you aren't allowed to feel special and sparkly and warm and merry and bright this time of year. It's very, very important. So however you're feeling heading into the holidays, just know I love you and I'm thinking of you. And I hope that this list of Christmas movies can be a soothing balm, I can't speak, a soothing balm for your heart and your soul and your spirit. So also, by the way, these are some of my favorite Christmas movies that just like popped into my head, like off the top of my head. But if there are any that I forgot or that you think our Not Aspirational communities should watch during the holiday season, please comment on YouTube or Spotify so that we can put together a giant Hot Girl Not Aspirational list of holiday movies. But these are some of my favorites. So number one, coming in hot with one of my top 2 Christmas movies of all time, we have The Preacher's Wife. Now, if you've never seen The Preacher's Wife, I need you to do yourself a favor and turn off this podcast right now and go watch it, because in my opinion, it is the perfect holiday movie. Okay, you have Julia. She is quite literally the preacher's wife. Julia is played by Whitney Houston. The preacher is played by Courtney B. Vance. They're feeling a little disconnected in their relationship. Julia's feeling a little isolated. She's like, I feel like my preacher husband does not see me. I feel like he doesn't appreciate me. And the preacher, I forget what his character's name is, Courtney B. Vance's character, he's like down on his luck. He's like, the church is falling apart. We're running out of money. And this big developer is going to come buy up the church and make it into a mega church. So he is stressing about his job security, about his marriage, about his family. They have the cutest little boy who plays their son. And their son is going through it because his best friend Hakeem has to move. And it's a stressful time. Well, good news. Denzel Washington, who plays a gorgeous angel named Dudley, falls out of the sky into the snow. And when I tell you, he is not only extremely handsome, but just like so cute. I love watching an actor play an angel because it's like they're excited about everything. They're like discovering everything for the first time. They're like so excited to be on Earth. So like Denzel Washington playing Dudley is just like, you just want to cry and give him a hug the entire movie. So he has been sent to Earth to help the preacher get his shit together and like to help this family. And the soundtrack is perfect. I mean, obviously it's Whitney Houston, but also like the score is gorgeous, makes me cry every time. It's beautifully written. Actually, my friend Addie's dad was a writer on it. So every year when I'm usually a little buzzed and watching Preacher's Wife crying, I'll text her and be like, shout out to your dad for writing this movie. It is truly the perfect movie. And it's kind of long. It's like over 2 hours long. So just sink into your couch in your softest pants with a beverage of your choosing, a hot cocoa, glass of wine, martini, what have you, and buckle up. Get ready to laugh and cry and enjoy a gorgeous Christmas film. Some people are like, it's a weird movie. And if you watch it, let me know what you think. If you've never seen it, let me know what you think. If you've seen it, let me know what you think. If you like it, definitely let me know what you think, because I love when people love things that I also love. But if you don't like it, I want to know your thoughts. There are some plot twists where you're like, where is this movie going? But just let it wash over you because it's perfect. Next, my other top 2 favorite Christmas movie is The Family Stone. Another controversial Christmas movie. If you somehow live in a sock and you've never seen it, let me give you the quick rundown. You have Meredith, played by Sarah Jessica Parker. She's uptight. She wears a tight bun. She's a businesswoman. She is dating Everett, played by Dermot Mulroney, who's very like moody and kind of, he's just so Dermot Mulroney, but he's like the golden boy in his family, and he's always in like a black turtleneck or like a suit. So they're dating and they're going to his family's house for Christmas. And SJP, Meredith, is like a little bit nervous, and his family is just this big family. They're obsessed with each other. They're so close. You have Diane Keaton, R.I.P., as the matriarch. You have Craig T. Nelson as the dad. You have Luke Wilson as like the hot kind of hipstery brother. I don't remember the actor who plays Thaddeus, but he's the younger brother, and he's married to this guy named Patrick. Then you have Rachel McAdams, who plays like the bitchy sister. And then you have Elizabeth Reeser, who plays the older sister. Amy Adams is the younger sister. The cast is fucking stacked, okay? And Meredith shows up, and from the second she arrives, the family's like truly evil to her, but she's having a terrible time. So her sister, Julie, comes, and what ensues is an unhinged roller coaster of emotions and events. Things I love about it. I love an ensemble movie. I love like an ensemble cast that plays a family. I love the house in the movie. Like, it's so insanely maximalist and cozy. I love Diane Keaton as the matriarch, even when she's truly evil throughout the movie. Craig T. Nelson is so hot, like even as the dad. You laugh, you cry. The soundtrack is gorgeous. You get like snowy upstate New York vibes. It gives me personally everything I want out of a Christmas movie. Now, I've had some people be like, Hannah, why do you like that movie? Your mom's dead. Now, they haven't flat out said that, but they've sort of implied it. Like, Hannah, why do you like that movie? Your mom's dead. And that's a fair question. I find it to be cathartic to watch it because, spoiler alert, there is some grief that happens in the movie. There's some sadness. Also, like, sorry if it's spoiled. It did come out in like 2003. So to be fair, you had time. But I like watching sad things when I'm feeling a little melancholy. I find it to be really cathartic. One time during Mother's Day, I was like, I'm going to watch the movie Wild starring Reese Witherspoon, which was an insane choice. But I guess I'm just sick like that. I don't know. It makes me feel like less alone when I watch something that feels relatable to me. And this year I was extra worried because with Diane Keaton gone, I was like, I'm going to watch this and go straight to the psych ward. And I didn't. I honestly just felt really warm and cozy. Quick tangent, this year I'm actually feeling, I'm giving you my list of Christmas movies, but I've been so deeply enmeshed in Bravo, especially with like all these podcasts that I've been lucky enough to go on, that I feel like I haven't even watched any of these movies yet. And I'm like, holy shit, I only have 9 days to watch all of them, which is kind of a lot. But also, like, I feel like this year, even during Halloween, I haven't watched like all my classics. Like, I do think sometimes you need to put a movie like on ice for a year so that you can come back to it the next year and be excited again. I felt that way about Practical Magic this year because I watched it over the summer. So I don't even know that I'm going to make it to all these movies this year. but I'm going to try. Preacher's Wife is it's a non-negotiable. Same with Family Stone. I already watched Family Stone because I traditionally watch that the night that I put up my tree. And Preacher's Wife is going to be a whole ass event this weekend, and I'm so excited. But yeah, Family Stone. The night before, okay, this movie stars Seth Rogen, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Anthony Mackie, and they play three best friends who have a tradition. Oh my God, I can't speak. Who have a tradition of like going to this. Do I even know what this movie's about? I'm like, they have a tradition of like partying every year, and they try to get tickets to this like very exclusive concert, and it's just shenanigans ensue. And they're all so funny. They have such good chemistry as friends. And that's a movie where it's like, you could watch it with your brother, you could watch it with your boyfriend, you could watch it with your dad. I feel like everyone likes it because it's kind of like a screwball comedy. So highly recommend. Next screwball comedy that I must recommend is Bad Moms Christmas. Now listen, is it a good movie? No. Is it an amazing movie? Yes. Yes, it is. I like Bad Moms Christmas arguably better than Bad Moms. So you have the girlies from the first movie, Kristen Bell, Kathryn Hahn, Mila Kunis. But now their moms are in the mix for the holidays. So you have Christine Baranski as Mila Kunis' mom. You have Susan Sarandon as Kathryn Hahn's mom. And then you have, what's her name from Curb Your Enthusiasm, who's unfortunately married to that horrible Republican man. You know who I'm talking about, who plays Kristen Bell's mom. And so the moms are in the mix. And Christine Baranski's like super bitchy and overbearing, and she's so fucking good. Susan Sarandon is kind of like a deadbeat mom. Like she's full Banger Sisters mode in that movie. And then what is her name? It's gonna bother me. Cheryl Hines. Hello. Who's her husband again? RFK Jr. How could I forget? How could I forget? So anyways, the Cheryl Hines' character is really overbearing, and it's stressing Kristen Bell out. And I just, and also you have Justin Hartley as like a slutty Santa who Kathryn Hahn has like a brief dalliance with. It's just a hoot. And again, it's bad. It's bad, but I have a blast watching it. It's a good movie to like put on in the background while you're like wrapping gifts or baking, like something that you don't really want to pay attention to, but like I do cackle every time. There's a scene specifically where Kathryn Hahn's character waxes Justin Hartley's balls, and he offers so stupid. He offers to like hold his balls for her, like hold them up so that she can wax like his taint, and he like doesn't flinch when she waxes him, and he just like smiles lovingly at her, and it makes me laugh every fucking time. Okay, moving along. 3 Days. Now this is a niche ABC family movie from like, I gotta say, like 2001. And they used to do 25 Days of Christmas on ABC Family growing up, and I looked forward to it all year. I would mark it in my Chandler's assignment notebook, like 25 Days of Christmas starts, which is kind of dumb of me because it started on December 1st every year. That was the whole point. But as a child, I had so much fun marking it in my assignment notebook because I was like, oh, it's fucking on. Like every single night of 25 Days of Christmas, I was watching whatever they had on, whether it was like Eloise at Christmas time, Frosty the Snowman, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, 3 Days. Like I was in it, okay? Now since then, Freeform has changed, quote, 25 Days of Christmas to just be a fucking 1 month long Harry Potter marathon, which I do not, cannot, and will not understand. Harry Potter is not a Christmas movie just because there's one scene where Ron goes, "Happy Christmas, Harry," in one movie. And just because there's like snow does not a Christmas movie make, but I digress. Okay, so 3 Days was a made-for-TV movie that always played on the 25 Days of Christmas, like throughout December. And it stars Kristen Davis, and she plays this like truly perfect, adorable wife who teaches yoga and is married to this like complete and total douchebag of a man. Well, the beginning of the movie, it's kind of dark for a Christmas movie. Beginning of the movie, he's on a business trip, right? He's about to cheat on her. He's this close to cheating on her, but he doesn't, okay? And then she dies. And he's like, oh my God, I'm a horrible husband. My wife died. Like, holy shit. And of course she dies like trying to save a dog. She's like, Lulu! And she like runs into the road and then dies. But then Tim Meadows comes as an angel, and he's like, you have 3 days you can do the last 3 days over again. You'll wake up and she'll be with you and you can save her. And he's like, what? He's like, you have to learn the true meaning of love, and then you will be able to save your wife. So the movie is this guy redoing the last 3 days to like show Kristen Davis how much he loves her. And will she die at the end or not? Will he be able to change the outcome or not? You'll have to watch and find out. Now, the only place you can watch this movie, I believe, is on YouTube. And I think the quality is, you guessed it, a little shoddy, but I think it's worth it. It's a very important movie to me, and I highly recommend it. 3 days. Also, all these movies are going to be listed in the show notes, so if you can't remember them, that's okay. Next, Office Christmas Party. Another classic, unhinged Christmas comedy. Great ensemble. You can watch it again with your dad, your boyfriend, your brother, your significant other, whomstever. I do think it's a movie that, while it's stupid, it can make everyone lol. Like, there's something for everyone in it. And I kind of like a dumb Christmas comedy. And I will say, like, I love the classic Christmas comedies too. Like, I love A Christmas Story. I love National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I was trying to go one cut deeper with this list. Like, I was trying to do movies that aren't on like every single Christmas countdown on Instagram. So bear with me, but Office Christmas Party, it's a great time. Okay, next, very different. We have A Gift Wrapped Christmas. This is a Lifetime original Christmas movie from like 2017 starring Meredith Hagner. Now, I bring this up on social media often. I've absolutely brought it up on TikTok before. I've probably posted about it on Instagram, but I believe, new people in this audience this year, and possibly more people in this audience than ever before. So it bears repeating. A Gift Wrapped Christmas is an adorable made-for-TV movie. It was a Lifetime original. Lifetime had a period where, Danny and I talked about this on Great Mugs, Lifetime had a period where they were making really good made-for-TV Christmas movies. And Meredith Hagner, if you don't know the name, you would recognize her. She was in Search Party. She was in Palm Springs. She's like good in everything she's in. But I think this movie was earlier in her career when she was like less well-known. And she plays a personal shopper who gets assigned to this curmudgeonly widower named Charlie. And he has an adorable son, and she's supposed to help him get presents for his coworkers, like for his colleagues for Christmas. And throughout the process, she kind of like chips away at his cold, cold heart and reminds him what Christmas is all about, while bonding with his son and maybe becoming a family together. Spoiler alert. It's very, very cute. It's very, very happy. And it's one of those movies where like it just shows you how much a good actor can elevate a movie, because the script isn't great. They made it for like $2. But Meredith Hagner is so adorable and so charming. I really think she has that like early Meg Ryan like bubbliness to her that just makes the whole movie worth it. And Charlie's like hot enough, he's like hot enough, but she gave him so much to work with. And Meredith Hagner is just, she carries that whole fucking movie on her back. Her and the kid, they carry it on their backs because their performances are 10 out of 10. So I highly recommend it. A Gift Wrapped Christmas. I believe you can buy it on Amazon Prime for like $3. I certainly did. Haven't watched it this year yet, but there is time. Next, we have Miracle on 34th Street, specifically the 1994 version starring Mara Wilson. Who else is in that movie? You have Mara Wilson as Susan. You have Elizabeth Perkins as her mom, gorgeous. You have Dylan McDermott as Brian, hot. Okay, and then you have Richard Attenborough as Kris Kringle, and it is a gorgeous, gorgeous. Wow, there are a lot of people in this movie. It's a gorgeous movie. It's from 1994, so it's back when movies were still well lit and everything looked warm and snuggly, and they live in this like beautiful apartment in New York, and it really does give me goosebumps. Just, I feel like every time I watch it, I feel that like childhood sense of wonder, and Mara Wilson is so precious in it and just makes me really happy. There is like a solid 10 to 15 minutes that are truly devastating if you've never seen this movie somehow, but it's worth it because it is, spoiler alert, a happy ending, and it's a great movie. Next, we have Little Women, 1994. Now, there's a lot of Little Women discourse about like whether or not Little Women is a Christmas movie. And I say, yes, it is. I think a lot of the movie takes place during Christmas time. It takes place in the snow, very snuggly. You get some beautiful like tartan dresses and like plaid and wool coats and scarves, and the sisters like trudging through the snow singing carols together. It's a gorgeous movie, and Christian Bale will forever be my Laurie, and Susan Sarandon will forever be my Marmee. Okay? Love and light to Timothée Chalamet and Laura Dern in the new one. I think the new one is great, But I think the 1994 one is so classic. You have the score by Thomas Newman, which just gives that beautiful, perfect sense of Americana. You get a high budget. Again, you get gorgeous lighting. Even the scene where, spoiler alert, Claire Danes dies is beautifully lit. Just the delicate candlelight, the way the shadows hit her face. Devastating. Again, you laugh, you cry. Christian Bale is Laurie, though. Can I go on a tangent about this? Obviously, when he gets the mustache in the second half of the movie, like when they grow up a little bit, that's tough. That is tough. But in that first half of the movie, when he's like full golden retriever Laurie before he becomes jaded, oh my God. An awakening for me as a child. I was like, Joe, what the fuck are you doing? If I were Joe's friend, I would be like, what the fuck are you doing? He's so cute. He's obsessed with you. Joe, seriously, don't piss me off. Don't piss me off. And Joe would not listen to me. And then she would end up with the professor, which is how it was supposed to happen. But God, when Amy starts dating Laurie, I can't help but get annoyed every time. And people say that I'm an Amy, which like, on one hand, I'm like slay. And on the other hand, I'm like, don't know how I feel about that because she is a little insufferable. But so yeah, on one hand, I'm like honored to be an Amy, but I do get like defensive every time she starts dating Laurie, every time I watch that movie. Anyway, this is a long-winded way of saying Little Women 1994 version is a very underrated Christmas movie. And if you haven't watched it in a while, it's worth a revisit. Next, we have Last Holiday starring Queen Latifah. This movie is so fucking good. I watched it for the first time in a while last year on like a plane, and I was fully sobbing on the plane. It is such a feel-good movie. You have Gerard Depardieu. You have LL Cool J. You have whoever played the really scary mom in Longlegs, like back when she was younger. She's in it. Really great ensemble movie. Really comedic moments. Has so much heart. Feels like a warm hug. Has a happy ending. You get gorgeous food porn because Queen Latifah's character is a chef. And it's great. I forgot how good it was. So if you haven't watched Last Holiday in a while, it's adorable. Also, that is a great movie. If you're like hanging out at your grandma's house with like your aunts, your mom, you want to find something that's like family friendly and appropriate and funny and cute. It's going to put everyone in a good mood. Put on Last Holiday. You will not be disappointed. And then the last suggestion I have, which is definitely not the best suggestion I have, but is the last suggestion I have, is The Family Man, starring one Nicolas Cage, Téa Leoni, and a bunch of other people. So if you've never seen this movie, I will say, like, the It's a Wonderful Life trope, like, it has been beaten to death, and I'm so happy about that because I love any movie where someone gets to, like, redo their life or see what their life could have been. Sliding Doors starring Gwyneth Paltrow. Love that movie, too. Although that one's a bummer, and it's not a Christmas movie, so forget I mentioned it. But The Family Man is about Nicolas Cage's character, Jack, who is this, in the beginning of the movie, he is dating Téa Leoni. They're like straight out of college, even though Nicolas Cage, respectfully, with love and light, peace and love in my heart, does not look like a college kid at the beginning of the movie, but that's neither here nor there. He and Téa Leoni are dating, and she's about to like go to Europe to do like an internship or something. I don't fully remember, even though I've seen it a million times. And she's like, just come with me, Jack. Just come. Wait, no. Reverse the roles. Jack is about to go do some job, and she's like, don't go. Stay together. Like, stay with me. Let's stay together. Let's build a life together. And he's like, Kate, like, I will be with you when this is over, but I have to do this for my career. And she begs him not to, and he goes. Well, years down the line, he's crushing it, okay? He is hot. He is rich. He lives in a high rise. He's fucking Amber Valletta. He has a closet full of gorgeous suits. He's living his best life. He is top of the food chain at his job, crushing it. And one night during Christmas, he like makes everyone work late on Christmas. He like doesn't give a fuck that anyone has a family because like he doesn't have a family. And he's like, deuces, I don't fucking care. Then he goes to a convenience store. And Don Cheadle plays this young man who's holding it up. I don't love that. Like, that part, I'm like, that doesn't age well. Like, I don't love that Don Cheadle had to play this, like, young kid who's, like, holding up a convenience store to, like, kick off this movie. I didn't really like that, but it's what happened. So he holds up the convenience store, and Nicolas Cage is like, maybe he's a good guy after all, because he jumps into action, and he's like, I'll, like, give you money for this lottery ticket, because Don Cheadle's character comes in. He's like, I have a winning lottery ticket. And the shop owner's like, no, you don't. And is like being kind of cagey and weird and like probably racist with Don Cheadle's character. So then Nicolas Cage like springs into action. He's like, why don't I buy the lottery ticket off of you? It's just a business deal. Like, you take the check, I buy it off of you. If you're saying it's a winning ticket, like, it's just a business deal. And so Don Cheadle's character is like, sure, interesting, let's do it. So then they leave, and Don Cheadle's character turns out is not just a random young man, he's an angel, okay? And he can control, magic. And he's like, listen, you think you have it all figured out, Jack. You think you have this perfect, beautiful life. He's like, well, if you think you have it all figured out, think again. And so Nicolas Cage wakes up the next day and he is living the life he would have lived if he stayed with Kate and didn't get on the plane at the beginning of the movie. And you guessed it. He learns what's really important in life. He learns what's really important. And it is, I think, a great movie. Is it perfect? No. But does it have moments that I love? Yes. And I love Nicolas Cage. I've never been attracted to Nicolas Cage, but I do love Nicolas Cage. I think he's a great actor. Téa Leoni is great. It's a good movie. Makes me emotional. And the way the snow delicately falls. Like, I just think it's a beautifully shot movie. So if you've never seen The Family Man, highly recommend. I put it on last year when I was in Kansas City for Christmas visiting Jake's family. And Jake's mom really liked it. And his sister Abby liked it. So again, another family-friendly pick. Anyways, that's all for me, y'all. I hope that this list of holiday movies could serve you well throughout the rest of the holiday season. Again, if I missed any, please drop them in the comments so that we can all watch some good holiday movies together. And keep an eye out. Next week, we have something really fun planned. And thank you so much for listening. If you love the podcast, leave it a rating and a review. Send this episode to a friend who could use a little holiday pick-me-up, could use some holiday movie suggestions. And thank you all so, so much for being here. Thank you. And I love y'all, and I will see you soon. Bye.